Hello friends, so in this tutorial video we are going to talk about the inheritance feature of the OOPS we are going to implement in the C# language. So you guys are already aware about the inheritance feature of the OOPS. Basically it's a concept in which you define parent classes and the child classes, and the child classes inherit the features like properties and methods of their parent classes. So but at the same time they can also modify the behavior or methods if it's required in the child classes. Okay, basically the child classes can also define the methods of its own methods if required. Okay, so for better understanding, let's move to the code. So here I'm going to implement uh, one parent class. Let's suppose its name as a public class parent class. Oh. And in this parent class I'm going to implement one method of public void, for example get details from parent. Okay, and it will return some print value. I'm saying parent call. Okay, so now I'm going to create child class, public class, child class, and in this child class I'm going to inherit parent class. Okay, so whenever you inherit the parent class, it will automatically takes the values or methods or properties whatever written in the parent class. So by default it have the get details from the parent method in the child method also. Okay, so we will talk about the overriding in our next video. So let's move to in this code. For example, I'm going to just copy paste this method for the child class also. Get details from, let's say its name is child, and child call. Okay, so this is the way you define the inheritance here. Now I'm going to instantiate the child class. Let's say child class child equals to new child class. So here you will see uh, the child class will have the both methods, like the child method get details from child which I have written in the child class, and also it's containing the get details from the parent which I have written into the parent class. Okay, so using this inheritance you can use the existing methods written in the parent classes. Okay, so let's talk about the multi-level inheritance. So this is the single inheritance. Now I'm going to define a second class. Let's copy paste this child class 2, and which is going to implement the child class 1. What it's showing it hides the inheritance member, so it's like a overriding. So I will talk about this in our next video, like what is the overriding, compile time and compile time and runtime polymorphism in the overriding feature. Okay, So uh, this is for example, this is for child 2. So this is called a multi-level inheritance. Okay, so whenever you will check, you can see, uh, just a second, huh? Yeah, so you need to implement the child class 2 because child class 2 is containing the child class and the parent class both. Okay, so when you will check, it's containing all three methods like of the child class 2, simple child, and the parent class. Okay, so this is called multi-level inheritance. So let's talk about the multiple inheritance. Okay, suppose what is multiple inheritance? If a child class is containing more than one parent class, it's called a multiple inheritance. Like it's containing the child class 2 is containing the child class 1 only, but if you want a multiple inheritance, then you will see, you will call the parent class also. This is the parent class. Okay, so what's it's giving a error? You know why? It's showing child class 2 cannot have a multiple base classes. This means classes don't have the multiple inheritance. Okay, classes are not accepting the multiple inheritance. That's why in C sharp we uses the interfaces for implementing the multiple inheritance. We will talk about the interfaces also in our next video. Thank you for watching.